So you're thinking about moving to Los Angeles? Well, before you do something crazy like that, you gotta know that LA is not just a city. It's separated by lifestyles, by mountains, and also by traffic. And when the locals ask you how far something is, they always ask one question. Is it on the other side of the hill? So today I'm going to break down the three areas that you really need to understand before choosing where to live. And it'll be what I call the golden triangle of LA living. So I'm Bryan Welch. I am luxury realtor here in Los Angeles. I've been in the business for 5 years and been helping many people decide on what neighborhoods to choose and why. So let's just jump right in. So step number one is we call the big divide. So we have the west side and we have the valley. So on one side, you have the west side, you have Beverly Hills, you have Century City, you have Santa Monica, Brentwood, and West Hollywood. So this is what people picture when they think of LA. They think of luxury, they think of walkability, close to entertainment and business, and also, of course, with real estate, those higher price points. Now, on the other side of the hill, you have the valley or Santa Clarita Valley. So you have Studio City, you have Sherman Oaks, Encino, and Woodland Hills. The valley will give you more space, more privacy, and better value for your money. And separating these two worlds is the Hollywood Hills. Now, the Golden Triangle. First, we have Beverly Hills. Of course, this is the luxury center of the West Side. So Beverly Hills is directly in the heart of, let's just say, luxury LA. Now, it's going to be, depending on the time of day, it might be 25 minutes to LAX. But if traffic is not working in your favor, let's just say sometime around 5 p.m. during the weekday, you might be looking at an adventure closer to 45 minutes, 50 minutes, or an hour going south towards LAX. If you're going north from LAX, it could be even longer. So an hour, again, it gets a little bit crazy here in LA. With Beverly Hills, you have central location, you have world-class dining, you have Mastro's, you have world-class sushi, Italian. There's so many incredible restaurants, especially within the Golden Triangle of Beverly Hills itself. So over by Rodeo Drive. And so there's gonna be some very iconic neighborhoods here in Beverly Hills. Of course, you're gonna have the flats. So the flats of Beverly Hills is known for, when you think of old money, that's what you think of in Beverly Hills. You know, families that have had roots in Beverly Hills for lifetimes, and they're usually very large estates, usually older estates that are be from, sometimes 100 years old, but they're very grand. They're usually gated, really, really tall gates, but exceptional property. And you also have quick access to Century City, which has a phenomenal mall, and West Hollywood as well. So known for its nightlife, great restaurants and eating. La Boheme is a really great restaurant there. So Beverly Hills is definitely central to the heart of the West Side. If you want classic, polished LA lifestyle, the Rolls Royce, the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, the nice cars, that is where you will find that there in the West Side. It's classy. Second, here we have the Hollywood Hills. So this is what I call the bridge. So again, it's the bridge from the West Side, located directly in the center, going over to the valley. So this is, again, the bridge that we call Hollywood Hills. Now, Hollywood Hills is known for incredible views. Of course, you're located on the hills. The actual Santa Monica Mountains are going to be your bedrock that you're building on. So with that, you are built straight up, and you get some of the best views in the world. So again, usually the best views you'll see is having a view of Century City, maybe even downtown LA, a little bit further south. And if you really are positioned right, you're also going to have the Pacific Ocean there if you're really done right. So Hollywood Hills, again, is known for that privacy. So individuals that live there, you usually choose it because you want that exclusivity. You want that privacy. Now, it is a hike to get up the Hollywood Hills. So when you get up there, it's hard to get up there, but it's also sometimes a little bit challenging to get down. So that's the up and down side of having that privacy, having those views, is it takes some work to get up there. But also you avoid people just traveling through. People that are there with really high intention. You also have some beautiful architectural homes. Right now, the Stall House is the house on the market. It's on the market now for $25 million. This is an architectural gem. And Mid-century modern homes in the Hollywood Hills really hold a lot of value because it's like owning a classic car. And if you really treat it right, take care of it, it will grow in value over time. So Hollywood Hills has a ton of mid-century real estate. You also have now being the bridge as Hollywood Hills is you have access to both the West Side and the Valley. Now, although it's only 3 to 5 miles out of the Hollywood Hills to the Valley or the West Side, again, depending on the time of day, that traffic could take you 30, 45 minutes just to get out of the hills. So again, this is always a really important factor, especially if you're someone coming from outside of the country or you're going to, let's just say LAX. It's going to be definitely something to consider if you're traveling a lot. But it's really such a beautiful location. So this is where those lifestyle buyers really fall in love, is you just fall in love with just the idea of being private, being exclusive, and having peace of mind. That's what you find in the Hollywood Hills. So it's pretty amazing. And now the third piece of the triangle is you have Studio City. So we call this the gateway to the Valley. Studio City is the Valley's front door. And especially over the last 5 years since 2020, so many people have moved from the West Side over to the Valley because they're getting much more bang for their buck. They're getting larger homes for about half the price of the square foot as you get in the other side of the hill, Beverly Hills, over in Studio City. So again, this is known for its family-friendly neighborhoods. You have the Fryman neighborhood there with the Fryman Canyon hike. And there's really some beautiful architecture that's happening there nowadays. You also have amazing restaurants there on Ventura Boulevard. So you have Firefly that's there. You have Sugarfish located at Studio City. And it just goes on and on. It's almost the Ventura Boulevard is the new Sunset Boulevard. Again, Sunset Boulevard is going to be just south of the Hollywood Hills, bordering where West Hollywood would be. So you had Sunset Boulevard, and then nowadays you have Ventura Boulevard. So this is definitely, in Studio City, you're going to get more space for your money. Now, here's the main piece, and I call this step number 3, is going to be the LA reality check, and it's the commuter's truth. So let's show you here on a map a few different things. So here's probably the biggest mistake that people make when they move to LA. So on a map, you're going to see that Studio City to Beverly Hills, again, looks like 10 miles. In real life, that's about a 30 to 60 minute drive, if not a little longer, could be more than an hour. Now, unlike other parts of the country where you could go 5 miles in 5 minutes, traffic is really important here. So even from Hollywood Hills to Santa Monica, it looks very close on a map, but that could be an hour-long drive. So if you're someone that needs to be close to the ocean, the Hollywood Hills probably is not for you, and neither is Beverly Hills. You might like a Pacific Palisades, a Santa Monica, a Manhattan Beach. Those are all going to be options for oceanside homes. Now, in LA, distance is not what we look at. It's the traffic patterns. So again, you have to be really strategic with where's the closest airport if you travel. Now, if you fly a lot of private, if you fly private jets a lot, then Van Nuys is located in the Valley. It could be a really great location for you with access to Studio City. That's going to be your best option, or even the Hollywood Hills, which is just past Studio City. So these are all really important things to consider. Now, when I work with my clients, we don't start with the homes. We start with lifestyle mapping. Where do you work? Do you travel a lot? Do you fly private? Do you need access to, if you fly private, you want to be in Van Nuys, which is close to Studio City. If you fly domestic, you want to fly out of Burbank Airport. It's much less traffic than LAX. It's super easy, right in, right out, great for domestic. And if you need to go to LAX, you're traveling international, you're going to want to maybe look at some of those options like low in the Hollywood Hills or in Beverly Hills. Also, you want to look at, is walkability important to you or is privacy important? Because those are two different locations. If you want walkability, you want Studio City, maybe even Beverly Hills. If you want that privacy, you want Hollywood Hills or maybe Beverly Hills. It really depends on the neighborhood specifically. And also, what's the energy you like? Is it a city energy? Is it a neighborhood feel? These are the important questions. And of course, schools are important. Space is important. Views, are those important? Not all three of those always align at the same time. So it's really important to know what is the non-negotiables so you can build around it. And so if you're thinking of moving to Los Angeles and want help choosing the right area, I'd love to help you map out your lifestyle first, and then we'll find the perfect home for you. Because in LA, the right location isn't just real estate, it's your daily experiences. So again, I'm Bryan Welch, your luxury realtor here in Los Angeles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button if you want to learn all the important things you got to know before you move to Los Angeles. Talk to you soon.